From the moment we develop the ability to reason, we are taught that giving, sharing, and prioritizing generosity over our own interests are important values. However, does anyone ever warn us about the potential dangers of being overly kind and compassionate? We exist in a world where we don't always get back what we give. It's a world filled with generous people who deplete themselves both financially and energetically through indiscriminate giving. Can being excessively generous even pose a risk to our own lives? Prepare to be astonished by the unexpected negative consequences that kindness can bring. Today, I will uncover the 8 repercussions of being overly good and present 4 Stoic strategies to prevent others from exploiting you. Without further delay, let's proceed to the number 1. You will develop unrealistic expectations of others. The Stoics stressed the importance of accepting situations as they are and not tying our happiness to the actions of others. By giving without expecting much in return, you can avoid disappointment and practice emotional detachment, which leads to greater peace of mind. It is challenging for us to be entirely selfless in our generosity, consciously or unconsciously. When we give everything, we anticipate that others will reciprocate when we need something important. However, you've gotten people so used to having everything done for them that they will assume you can manage everything, both in their lives and your own, particularly your own, because otherwise, why would you be handling others' responsibilities? The reality is that your expectations for reciprocity will not be fulfilled, and as a result, you'll experience bad moods, fatigue, frustration, and disappointment. Nonetheless, if we look at it objectively, people aren't failing you. They are simply doing what you should also be doing, taking care of their own responsibilities. Number 2, people will solely anticipate that you give them something. According to the Stoics, it's crucial to remember that true value stems from acting in accordance with virtue and reason, rather than merely catering to others' expectations. Practicing moderation and giving in a balanced manner allows you to maintain control over your actions and avoid developing habits that erode your emotional well-being. You've heard throughout your life that humans are creatures of habit. Never has this been more accurately defined. Humans are designed to adapt to routines, a certain way of life, and a predictable flow of events around them. This tendency to adapt is where the concept of the comfort zone originates. This means that if you become accustomed to constantly giving, the recipients of your generosity will expect you to provide for them all the time, leading them into their respective comfort zones and causing them to neglect many of their responsibilities because they rely on you to fulfill them. The issue you'll encounter in this scenario is a lack of self-valuation, because if you don't value yourself, it's highly improbable that anyone will look you in the eye and urge you to prioritize your own needs. At least, don't expect this kind of empathetic gesture from those you help, as they would prefer to keep their personal Robin Hood, which would come at a significant cost to their own lives. Number 3, your priorities will be trampled upon. The Stoics highlighted the significance of living according to reason and virtue. Establishing boundaries and prioritizing our own responsibilities is crucial to maintaining balance and avoiding the sacrifice of our authenticity and well-being for others. If you devote all your energy to other people's priorities, you might find yourself running away from something within that causes you pain and fear. What feelings arise when you spend the weekend alone or come home every day knowing that no one is there waiting for you? If this behavior stems from a desire to escape from yourself, the impact will be doubly severe. On one hand, you'll eventually confront your inner self, and on the other, your bad mood will increase as you start neglecting your own priorities to attend to those of others. Self-care is a fundamental factor in achieving well-being. Before offering comfort to others, you must ensure that you feel content, pampered, and well cared for yourself. Essentially, never give someone a chocolate without first savoring one yourself, just as you shouldn't offer to clean a friend's house without leaving yours clean first and enjoying a good movie with a glass of whiskey. You come first, then the others. Number 4, you'll encounter many buts, those that surface only when others need something from you. Stoicism imparts the value of discernment and wisdom. Through self-control and objectivity, we can select whom to assist, distinguishing genuine individuals from those aiming to exploit us, thus sidestepping the drain of our energies in unproductive circumstances. Suddenly, those who once regarded you as a close friend begin excluding you from gatherings, reaching out only when they require something. From a pragmatic standpoint, it's not surprising for this to occur, as individuals typically don't invite their employees or collaborators for casual outings, let alone to share a drink. While the situation you're facing is understandable, it doesn't imply fairness. Therefore, it's imperative to grasp strategies for safeguarding yourself against exploitation, which I'll teach you later in the video. Number 5. You will be perceived as weak and treated accordingly. Stoicism promotes the development of inner strength and self-control. By establishing boundaries and exercising self-discipline, we can demonstrate to others our dedication to our own duties and principles, earning their respect rather than being viewed as weak. If you consistently provide excessive help, you might inadvertently assume an authoritative role in your collaborative endeavors. Paradoxically, your lack of boundaries could convey weakness, akin to the antithesis of leadership. Consequently, individuals may rely on you to offload their responsibilities, knowing there's little risk of you refusing. However, the moment you assert this pivotal word, no, they will begin to regard you with a newfound sentiment, respect. Number 6. Falling into addiction is a possibility. The Stoics advocated for moderation and self-control. By exercising restraint in our acts of generosity, we can prevent succumbing to addictive behaviors and maintain a balanced approach to our choices and actions. When scarcity becomes a regular part of our lives, the temptation to indulge grows, creating fertile ground for addiction. Hence, one day, a close acquaintance may observe excessive drinking, not necessarily of water, overeating, or excessive gambling. It's crucial to heed the concerns of those who care about us. Initially, our instinctive response might be to dismiss their observations angrily, asserting that we have no issues. However, this is a common reaction among individuals so entrenched in their struggles that they fail to acknowledge them. Always bear in mind that those who care for us have our best interests at heart, so it's essential to take their feedback seriously, as they are there to offer support and guide us away from pitfalls. Number 7. You'll only attract those in need, not those willing to give. Through Stoic discernment, we can foster genuine and mutually beneficial connections. People enter our lives in response to the energy we emit. In essence, if our energy resonates at a low frequency, we draw in negative, pessimistic individuals with unkind intentions. Conversely, when our energy vibrates at a high frequency, we attract people brimming with positivity, generosity, enthusiasm, diligence, and happiness. Hence, when we give without discretion, we deplete our energy to such an extent that our vibration lowers, attracting people in need, as well as opportunists who lack the intention, let alone the resources, to reciprocate but are solely focused on extracting what they can from us before vanishing, sparing them the effort of expressing gratitude. 8. Suspicions will be aroused. Stoicism teaches us to act virtuously, regardless of external perceptions. By prioritizing alignment with our principles and values, we construct an authentic reputation, impervious to baseless doubts. Despite our wishes for a different reality, genuinely kind people are a rarity in this world. Therefore, if you happen to be one, you'll likely raise suspicions rather than evoke admiration and gratitude. It won't take long for observers to question your motives and hidden intentions behind your acts of kindness. This indicates encountering a skeptical audience. It doesn't necessarily imply malice, but rather a realistic approach. Many overly eager individuals tend to harbor dubious intentions, making it prudent to exercise caution and refrain from accepting the assistance they offer. Now, let's explore the strategies to protect yourself from being exploited. Strategy number 1. Your feelings are a valuable guide. Following the Stoic principle of self-awareness, listen to your emotions and inner sensations. Stoics emphasized the significance of introspection to comprehend your responses and requirements. By attuning to your feelings, you can discern whether you're overextending yourself emotionally and giving excessively, thus enabling you to recalibrate your focus and achieve a harmonious equilibrium. How do you experience emotions when extending help to others? Engaging in such altruistic acts should ideally evoke a sense of elation and fulfillment. Therefore, if you sense feelings of overwhelm, fatigue, anger, or exploitation, it's imperative to heed your emotions. If an endeavor not tied to your obligations brings such discomfort, it's essential not to deceive yourself and acknowledge the impact of the assistance you're rendering on your well-being. Strategy number 2. Embrace the power of no. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, acknowledge the value of your time and energy, which necessitate deliberate and equitable distribution. Declining requests in situations of overwhelm or unfairness is an exercise in self-restraint. Despite the word no often being associated with negativity and pessimism, it's natural for us to grapple with its utterance. However, failing to master this word can lead to negativity permeating our lives. When confronted with demands exceeding our capacity, rehearse in front of a mirror and convince yourself that saying no is the sole means to reclaim your autonomy and circumvent unnecessary risks. Strategy number 3, honor your time and space. Adhering to Stoic principles of self-discipline and self-esteem, it's crucial to carve out dedicated time and space for self-care, engaging in activities that bring you joy, be it practicing yoga, sketching, or enjoying music over a cup of tea. Prioritize completing your responsibilities promptly to allocate time for these pursuits. This commitment warrants serious consideration, necessitating the scheduling of such moments daily or weekly. Consequently, if someone solicits your assistance during these periods, they must demonstrate utmost respect and flexibility towards your needs, not merely towards the task at hand. Therefore, without hesitation, assert your boundaries and relish that time and space exclusively for yourself. If you prefer a gentler approach, you can propose assistance at an alternate time. However, always communicate that your availability is limited due to your personal commitments. Strategy number 4, recognize energy vampires and distance yourself from them. Guided by Stoic principles of self-discipline and discernment, it's vital to discern which relationships uplift you and which deplete your emotional reserves. By separating yourself from individuals who continually drain your energy without offering any positive contribution, you prioritize your own well-being and demonstrate Stoic self-restraint in interpersonal dynamics. Attempting to aid an energy vampire is futile. These people inundate you with complaints, grievances, and a pessimistic outlook on life. Helping them is fruitless, as they have no desire to resolve their issues. They derive comfort from perpetual complaining. Ultimately, according to Stoic wisdom, moderation is key in all aspects of life, including generosity. Offering too little may appear selfish, while excessive giving depletes one's energy, time, and possibly finances. Therefore, strive for moderation, finding the balance between prioritizing others and yourself. And when uncertain, remember the empowering word no, especially when someone offers assistance from behind the car window. As we conclude this journey, I sincerely hope these insights prove invaluable to you. Remember, you are an integral part of this community. If this video has enriched your understanding or sparked introspection, show your support by giving it a thumbs up, allowing more individuals to benefit from Stoic wisdom. And if you haven't already, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Every step forward contributes to your personal growth journey.